The fight for the Supreme Court, the Senate Judiciary Committee voting on Monday where they will decide whether to send Judge Gorsuch's nomination to the Senate floor. Now, the real question is whether Democrat leader Chuch Schumer will use a filibuster to scare Republicans into making some kind of deal over future Supreme Court picks. Here now is Jamil Jaffer, former clerk for Judge Gorsuch, and James Freeman of the Wall Street Journal's editorial page. He's also a Fox News contributor. Jamil, what really bothers me most about all this is that a terrific nominee is being used as a political pawn, because what came absolutely crystal clear in the course of those hearings for Judge Gorsuch is he is far less ideological and far more qualified than many other justices who have been confirmed. No?
No, David, that's exactly right. I mean, it's shocking that, you know, a nominee with this kind of qualifications, this kind of record of really being fair and even-handed to all litigants before him will be subject to a potential filibuster. It just shows the nature of the political moment we're in right now.
And it's awful, James, that somebody, I mean, Americans voted in November. A lot of Americans voted on the basis of who would be chosen to fill the Supreme Court. All the exit polls show that, and here we have a chance to get a really terrific nominee, and he gets caught up in these political games.
Right, and the voters were explicitly informed by the president that Gorsuch might be the guy. They chose Donald Trump, and this was a big reason why. And really, this is almost a flawless nominee. When you look at the record, when you look at even the Liberal American Bar Association giving him its highest rating, you look at a nearly flawless performance in his confirmation hearings. This has nothing to do with Judge Gorsuch, who is eminently qualified. This is Chuch Schumer, who has decided it's a winning political strategy to reinvent the rules of Washington, if he can, and block everything President Trump is trying to do.
Let me just stick with you, James, for a second, because your newspaper, the Wall Street Journal editorial page, just wrote the following about what they entitled Senate Republican Suicide. I didn't think it was that desperate, but apparently you guys do. A filibuster deal with Democrats over Gorsuch would be a judicial and political disaster. Do you think some Republicans would actually be drawn into Schumer's realm?
Well, I think the point is you don't want Republicans who naturally may think that traditions are good to think that they are somehow maintaining some wonderful Senate tradition if they agree with Schumer, Senator Schumer, who's basically saying, let's have a rule which is when Democrats are in power, they roll over the minority. But when Republicans are in power, let's create a check on their power.
That's right. Clearly, when Democrats have been in power, and Harry Reid in particular was one who blew out these rules saying, forget about the filibuster, we're going to vote, do the nuclear option any time. Jamil, to you, though, there are 10 Senate Democrats who come from states where Donald Trump was the overwhelming winner. One of those Democrats just told us that she was going to vote against Judge Gorsuch. That's Claire McCaskill from Missouri. Again, her state voted for Donald Trump. So if she's voting against Gorsuch, I don't think there's any Democrat in there that's going to agree to do what I would think would be the sensible thing, vote for Gorsuch.
Yeah, you know, it's really unfortunate that we heard this from Senator McCaskill. I mean, we do have good news in that Senators Heidi Heitkamp and Joe Manchin made clear that they don't intend to filibuster and they're not going to toe the Schumer line. But, you know, I think the reality is this, which is that, you know, if you're not going to confirm Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court, there's no Republican nominee that's going to get through. And as a result, Republicans and Leader McConnell should be prepared, and I think are prepared, to do what they need to do to get Neil Gorsuch on the Supreme Court.
Very quick, guys. We've run out of time. But, James, is there going to be a filibuster, or will it be the nuclear option? Quickly.
They go nuclear and they win, and Gorsuch gets on the court.
Okay. Jamil, what do you think?
Either way, Gorsuch gets on the court and should.
Okay. Jamil and James, thank you very much. Appreciate you both being here.